and welcome to the second episode of Scope. I'm your host, Tracy Pa. Stilt houses, also known as Neserumadia, are a significant structure to the Kutubu culture in Papua New Guinea, dating back to the 1800s. Kutubuans lived these stilt houses built over the sea, a traditional rooted in culture and beliefs. But recent strong winds have brought chaos to these communities, destroying these foundations and displacing residents. In the past few weeks, Cyclone Koji hit the coast of far north Queensland in Australia. The impact was felt along the southern coast of PNG.
On the 8th of January 2026, just a week after the new year, the PNG National Weather Service issued strong wind warnings to areas including Western, Central to Milne Bay, New Britain to New Ireland and East Sepik to Bougainville. Cyclone Koji had hit the coast of far north Queensland, resulting in severe weather in the coastal areas of PNG.
A few weeks back, yes, we had a Cyclone Koji on the coast of far north Queensland. That has gone. After that Cyclone Koji, we have had a very active area of low pressure and elongated one just south of Papua New Guinea, and it is along that trough line that we are having very severe weather.
Stilt houses have been a traditional feature of Motu villages, with archaeological evidence suggesting they have been used in the Port Moresby area for at least 350 to 450 years. When Europeans first recorded contacts with the Motu people in the late 19th century, they already observed established villages built on stilt houses over the sea. According to locals, stilt houses known as Neserumadia in the local dialect were built over the sea to enable the Hiri trade, encourage the fishing culture, and also as protection from witchcraft. Joe Henao, an elderly man from Tatana village, lost his 40-post stilt home when the strong gale winds struck in Tatana village on the 11th of January, Sunday morning. Although he lost most of his belongings and built his house 3 times on the very spot he lost it twice, he still plans to build his house over the sea, holding strong on his ancestral beliefs. And now comes from the Naurina clan, a chiefly clan.
My first house was built in 1980 till when I take the first house off and I put the second house. That second house was a 14 by 12 4-bedroom house, big veranda at the back, but so a big wind blow it down. So that was a second house. This was a third house. I was building it and then strong wind blow it down again. Inside the house was my family, 15 of them, including 15. One was a 4-month-old baby. I rescued my family. They all jumped out from this house to a walkway, but I was the last person to jump out. While I was trying to jump out, the house already moved away from the walkway. Already moved away 2 to 3 meters away, so I can't make it. So I called to God, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Then I fell with the house at the same time. And the neighbors nearby, they came and they helped me.
Henao is a widower. His wife died in 2010. He is a father of 8 children and 29 grandchildren. He describes himself as a family man and believes God will provide after losing almost everything. He lost more than 30,000 kina worth of property.
Refrigerator, deep refrigerator, and the other refrigerator, both of them, and stove, power stove, gas stove, and But electrical tools, they all went down. I feel very sad because I don't have house now, and my family we don't know where to stay now. How I look after my family is I can't control it now. It's very hard for me now.
Another woman and her family from Vahoi clan in Elevala village also had the roof and walls of their house blown off that Sunday morning. May Naime said the roof blew off and the walls collapsed, leaving the floor posts exposed. Fortunately, May and her family were alert and escaped without injury. The young family built their home in 2024. They have the daunting task of rebuilding.
Firstly, the roof was blown away during 4:04, and all our electrical appliances fell down. And also the wall. Me, my husband, my last born child, and 4 boys, 7 of us in the house. The wind hit us around 4 o'clock, and then we got up, and my husband told me, don't sleep, just stay alert. When the roof was blown out, he told us to move out, and then we ran out and went to the other house.
The strong winds not only destroyed, it prevented locals from going out to sea to fish or access other services in the main business district, daily activities that are necessary to their livelihood. Up in the north, in Medang, a 40-horsepower dinghy loaded with bags of betel nut departed Medang for Kimbe. Strong winds and massive waves sunk the vessel. Fortunately, another dinghy traveling the same route rescued those on board.
I think we've been saying this. Our message is that you can go out to sea. We do understand that our livelihood depends very much on the sea. Now, it is during this time of the year where parents prepare for their kids to go to school, and that is in terms of looking around for money. For the coastal dwellers, they go out to sea to make money to pay for school fees. However, when we issue gale warnings, probably it's advisable that you refrain from going out to sea. I know you will not make money for your children, but it is far worse than you losing your life and you leaving your children behind. So there has to be some caution before going out to sea.
Malai stressed that strong wind warnings must be taken seriously. He said that as long as there is low pressure system and active trough lines, strong winds will continue until April 2026.
You're watching Scope. After the break, Kutubu humbly welcomes launching of road upgrade, tangible progress 34 years on as host of the Kutubu oil project. It's been 34 years since the inception of the Kutubu oil project. Tangible development was not visible for as long as the project has existed in the region. But locals remained humbly and loyal, and this year they welcomed 2026 with the launching of the Poroma to Kutubu road upgrade project.
For 34 years since the inception of the Kutubu oil project in 1992, the local people of Kutubu have witnessed minimal tangible development despite their loyalty and support for the project. They did not threaten to halt operations, instead called for change continuously, as well as project benefits. A significant shift is now underway with the launch of the Poroma to Kutubu road upgrade project at a cost of over 300 million kina. This initiative is set to enhance infrastructure and connectivity in the region, directly benefiting the communities that have long awaited more substantial development linked to the oil project. The Prime Minister himself went to Pimaga to see to the launching.
They waited for 33 years. Within 3 years, the sealed road to the highest standard must be delivered for my people here in Kutubu. As we do this with 100% government finance, such as a symbol of appreciating the good working, hard-working people of Kutubu.
Mr. Marape expressed his gratitude to Kutubu leaders for their loyalty and resilience in safeguarding the Kutubu oil project since its inception 34 years ago. He acknowledged that their commitment has been instrumental in maintaining the project, which has been a significant contributor to the region's economic development.
Last man standing, Dabura Kamana, you bridge Namelo Mipla na online past them. Thank you all, get a papa before he come tate. Kutubu since 1992, oily flow, and since 2014, you support him heights, na Angore, na Jua, come up foundation, long infrastructure, na reservoir, long oil, na gas, long making sure PNG LNG run.
Chairman of the Namo Aporo Landowner Association for the Kutubu PDL2 oil and gas project, John Capinato, has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the government's treatment of the people of Kutubu over the past 34 years since the inception of the Kutubu oil project in 1992. Capinato highlighted a long-standing pattern of neglect that he believes has left the community without adequate support or benefits from the resources extracted from their land. Despite these grievances, he says the people have demonstrated remarkable restraint and commitment to the ongoing oil project, refraining from threatening to shut it down.
Never ask for a million kina. Never ask for anything. We let that oil go. The PDL2, especially the Kutubu people, the Fasho people, has been the custodians of this oil. One thing we said, we must be the custodian of the oil, and don't let us fight over it. People must save the country. Prime ministers come and go. The honorable members come and go. They never looked at us, but we were the faithful safekeeper of the oil that has been going.
He stressed that this indicates a desire to maintain stability and uphold the operations of the project even in the face of unfulfilled promises and unmet needs. The 100.2 kilometers Poroma to Kutubu Road project under the Connect PNG Economic Road Infrastructure Program stretches from Poroma Junction to Moro Gate. The fully funded road project cost 370 million kina. MRDC Managing Director Agustin Mano described the road as a development that has long supported the nation.
22 years, 1992, Igam long 2014, Kutubu project, 150,000 barrels per day. I'm paying 50% tax. No one black companies are paying 50% tax law, independent state of Papua New Guinea. Kutubu for 22 years. You pay 50% tax in your government.
Secretary for the Department of Works and Highways, Gibson Olemba, says this was the first project he signed as acting secretary and confirmed that mobilization funds have been released and contractor China Railway Construction Engineering Group has already set up camp.
So me look someone like subcontractor are interested on locals where people like work on the company. When you respect the company will continue to give back to the community. Also for me like him this is a challenge also. Look at the machine because machine here was straight him road. Look at this like Kongkong here because Kongkong here come but road he come. Road here come low expensive, I'm no come see. Now you black service. And Tubla leader come to 34 years, no good road. Now government like give him road.
The 100.2-kilometer Poroma to Kutubu Road Upgrade Project is one of the first impact projects in the area after 34 years of the Kutubu Oil Project operation. The Poroma to Kutubu Road Sealing Project under the Connect PNG program will unbundle access, economic opportunities, and long-term benefits for communities in Nipa Kutubu.
In oil na gold na guest so call up our road, Milas road no good come inside. Me like good road come inside. I'll ask you please, my request to all of you, don't sell your land. It's your birthright. For you know got plenty ground long oil project, but no one cry and big ground stuff. You know sir, tomorrow we got all finding oil too or gas too. No got tourism stuff. Can't get opportunity stuff. Hold him ground people because road can make him all man come to buy him ground people.
Drop a like or comment on this story later on the TVWAN online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. When we come back, we conclude our program with a patriotic story, one that carries history and identity. The new 100 kina note in honor of late Sir Julius Chen. Money moves through every part of a nation, from the markets and villages to boardrooms and government halls. But sometimes a banknote carries more than value. Sometimes it carries memory, history, and identity. This is the story of Papua New Guinea's highest denomination and the man whose legacy now lives in its ends.
And today we formally launched that note into circulation as legal tender.
1 year after the passing of Sir Julius Chen, Papua New Guinea pauses, not in mourning alone, but in recognition. Recognition of service, recognition of leadership, recognition of a life that helped shape the nation's political and economic foundations. This moment is both ceremonial and symbolic, a national acknowledgement that legacy does not fade with time, but endures through the institutions and values left behind.
As our highest denomination, the 100 kina carries weight. It moves through every part of our economy. It is trusted, and it tells a story about who we are. Alongside Sir Julius' portrait, this note carries symbols that speak quietly but clearly to his legacy and to Papua New Guinea's history as a trading nation. The Toya armband from the Trobriand Islands reminds us that commerce and exchange were part of our societies long before modern currency. The New Island sharp collar and traditional canoe speak to courage, skill, and leadership. And the Lakatoy, sailing in the distance, reflects both our historic trade routes and our outward-looking future. This is not simply decoration; it is meaning. For the Bank of Papua New Guinea, Sir Julius Chen is not only a national leader, he is foundational to our institution.
Every line, every symbol, every image was chosen with intent. Together, they tell a story of a people who traded long before colonization, navigated vast seas, and built systems of exchange grounded in trust and leadership. This banknote becomes a canvas, connecting ancestral trade routes to a modern economy and cultural identity to national currency.
In 1973, as the first Minister for Internal Finance, Sir Julius personally led negotiations to ensure that Papua New Guinea would establish not just a bank, but an independent reserve bank. Professional, credible, and uniquely our own. He understood something fundamental, that true independence includes the ability to define one's own value. When he named our currency the kina and the toya, he anchored money in culture, language, and place so that every Papua New Guinean could recognize themselves in it. At the Bank of Papua New Guinea, we believe that the currency is not only as strong as the trust placed in it and the reach it has across the country.
For Sir Julius Chan, independence was never symbolic alone. True independence required economic sovereignty, the ability to define value, regulate finance, and build national confidence through institutions owned by the people. By anchoring currency in culture, he ensured that the kina would never be just money, but a reflection of identity and belonging.
Commemorate the legacy of the late Sir Julius Chan is now legal tender of the Independence Day of Papua New Guinea. The new currency will enter circulation from today and may be used in all transactions throughout our country. Thank you.
With those words, history officially enters circulation, not confined to ceremony, but released into daily life, commerce, and community.
Back then, his birthday, when he was to go to Parliament, and I asked him, "Sir, can I have your face on our 100 kina bill?" And he, as always, like he is a very polite man, a gentleman, and he knows his place. He refused. And I said, "No, you will not get it on until if I'm gone and you want to put it on, up to you." And right through the length of his public life, he's played pivotal roles in the construction of our modern economy as it is today. And so if there is anyone rightfully deserved a place in our highest being in our country, then it is Sir Julius undisputed.
A leader who once declined recognition now receives it, not by request, but by legacy, not by ambition, but by contribution measured across decades of public service.
Banknotes have also been long used as a unique and enduring way for a country to tell its story, celebrate its culture, and identify those individuals through their personal deeds help shape their nation. Recognition of those individuals for who they were, what they did, or how they did it. It would therefore appear to be a very natural fit for all citizens of PNG to celebrate and commemorate the critical and enduring contribution of Sir Julius Chan by carrying his portrait on the Kina 100 banknote. Used throughout every area of PNG by many hundreds of thousands of people in their everyday life seems an appropriate way of honouring such a legacy.
Through international partnership and advanced craftsmanship, PNG's story is secured, protected not only by modern technology, but by meaning embedded in design.
Today's occasion is both historic and deeply symbolic. As we officially launch the 100 kina banknote, we unveil a lasting national tribute to Sir Julius Chan's extraordinary contributions to the political and economic foundations of Papua New Guinea. This banknote is more than currency. It embodies our history and our culture.
For the Chan family, this honor is deeply personal. For the nation, it is collective, a shared remembrance carried forward with dignity. In the end, this is not just about money. It is about memory carried forward, from hand to hand, generation to generation. A nation's story, a nation's value beyond currency.
And that ends tonight's Scope. Visit the TVWAN online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and leave a like or comment on our Scope stories this evening. I'm Tracy Pa. See you next Sunday.